What up, y'all? Welcome back once again to your boy's channel. You already know who it is. I'm back with a brand new video. And I'm doing this one a little differently than how I normally do it, simply because I have a lot of family over here, so it's a real busy day today. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. So, I got a chance to finally watch this new movie, Sinners. That's right, Ryan Coogler's new movie starring Michael B. Jordan. And I'm going to tell y'all right now, if y'all have not seen this movie, you are missing out. One of the things I wish I would have seen this in was the real nice IMAX they got in Dallas. Unfortunately, here in Austin, we don't have it because I would like to get that movie reel, that film reel that they were giving out. I see it's already going on eBay for like over $120, $140, $200, which I think is absolutely nuts. But to get into this movie, it's set, I believe, in like the early 1900s, or like 1932. You got Michael B. Jordan, who plays twins, I believe, Stack and Smoke. And basically, they're scammers. You know what I'm saying? They use a lot of money that they've made in their travels to, get what they want. And in this movie, they basically trying to buy this old barn, right? From some white man. I don't know what his name was. And they buy this barn. And they basically get it all cleaned up so they can turn it into basically a nightclub. And throughout this movie, you got different characters coming in. You got, I believe, one of the brothers' love interest, played by Haley Steinfeld. She was amazing. You got the chick from the Loki TV show, the TVA chick, the black chick. I ain't gonna lie, I thought she was older than what she was. I thought maybe she was like in her 40s or something. She's only 38 years old. I didn't realize it until I looked it up on Google. You got, who else? There's somebody else I'm forgetting. There's a black guy in this movie. I can't think of what his name is. But he played kind of like this drunk guy. And he's real good at playing music on his, he got something he's playing music on. I couldn't tell what it was. But he's playing music on it, and he's drunk most of the time. And his character is just laugh out loud funny, okay? Anyway, they all get together at this bar, and they turn it around and turn it into this establishment. And all hell starts to break loose when you get the vampires showing up, okay? And the way they got the vampires showing up, basically one of the guys, I think it's Remy or something like that, right? He shows up to this couple's house. And the couple basically let him in, right? And the crazy thing is, the only way the vampires can get in is if you intentionally let them in. Like, if you can say you can come in, then they're allowed to step in. For whatever reason, I don't know what it is about the vampires in this movie, but they are not allowed to step in the house or anywhere you're at unless you allow them to step in. Now, if you step out, they can get you easily. And there's a couple of guys at this club that was working with the twins that got, like, the love interest, Haley Steinfeld. She gets got because she goes outside to investigate what these people really want, because the main vampire, Remy, takes over the couple. And he takes them with him to the club, and they try to convince the brothers and the band of people that was with them to let them in. But of course, they turn it down. What else? You also got the big fight scene, which is crazy. There's actually a few things that happen here that's crazy. A couple jump scares. One of the brothers, spoiler alert, gets killed. I can't remember if it was Smoke or Stack. And he's left in the back room, right? Because what happened is the love interest gets snatched up off screen. She gets turned into a vampire. So basically, after she gets turned into a vampire, she goes back to one of the twin brothers. They start messing around, and then she ends up biting and just killing him, right? But what happens is he gets turned, and then the vampires outside, like, it just went from those three, right? The main and then the couple. And then the other vampires from the townsfolk, they got turned, right? And it's just all hell breaks loose because, like I said, the only way they can get into the building is get invited, you know what I'm saying? Or if they get allowed in. So they can't actually physically walk into the building. But if you walk outside, like I said before, you get got. And so once the big fight scene happens, and it does take a while to get there, the movie does kind of get a little slow, a little boring. Like I said, all hell breaks loose. And it is such an unbelievable, crazy ride to be on. I mean, you literally sitting there trying to figure out, like, how are these five characters going to whip this town folk full of vampires, right? And so one of the brothers, I believe it was Stack, I could be wrong, he ends up losing the TVA chick, right? Because she gets bit, and then he ends up getting into a fight with his brother because his brother got turned. So they're fighting, right? And then the Sammy, who's the young guitarist, he gets into the fight with the main character, Remy. And of course, you see, I believe, Smoke, who's finna shank his brother, stab his brother. They don't show it. So in my mind, automatically, I'm thinking, okay, he must have let him live. And so, of course, they managed to stop Remy, take him out, and then basically after that, I forgot what happens. Oh yeah, the guy who sold him the barnyard, he shows up to take out the brothers, but they all got took out. And of course, the one brother ended up dying. But before he dies, he sees the TVA chick holding an unborn child they're supposed to have, and then Sammy ends up going back home. His father ends up wanting him to let go of playing music, but he says no. And then we fast forward to the future where we actually get to see him still playing music, still got the scar on his face from when he got scratched by the vampire. And of course, in comes in one of the twin brothers and Haley Seinfeld as vampires because, as you saw in like a back clip, she runs off, and then you see the clip of the TVA chick has said they both, all the vampires have to be killed. And since she wasn't killed and his brother let him go, they end up getting to lead, I guess, a somewhat normal life. And that's basically the end of the movie. And then I guess there's another clip where Sammy is in a church, and that part I missed, but I did get to see everything else. Overall, this movie, in my opinion, was a 4.5 out of 5. It does kind of get slow down certain parts, but it does pick up. Eventually, when it does pick up, it gets really good. I think everybody did a great job. I enjoyed this movie. Like I said, 4.5 out of 5. Go see it for yourselves. I wish I could see it in the IMAX version that they showed in like the bigger cities like Dallas and everything like that, but it was still worth seeing. 4.5 out of 5. Post your comments down below. Let me know if anything I forgot. I'll check out my next review. Thank you all for watching. Peace and out.